Hey there, Storm fans, Brent Cook, and today we are playing Esper Mill in Modern. No Storm here, but a sweet combo deck from our friend Tyler Carden. Tyler, thank you for the donation deck. I do appreciate it, and I'm sure everyone today appreciates you showcasing the brand new card from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. For 3 mana, 1 and 2 blue, each opponent exiles the top of their deck until they've revealed a total mana value of 20. So, pretty sweet card. I'm actually pretty excited to play it today. Modern has been getting lower and lower to the ground, so I'm looking to see if this mills more than 14 today. So that is the slot that Tasha's Hideous Laughter competes with. Is there's also a brand new card, Fractured... It's not Fractured Identity, it's Fractured something, that mills 14 cards. So those two sort of compete for the same slot, and Tyler wants to find out if Tasha's Hideous Laughter is better than that card. I'm not sure. That's what we're going to do today. And if you want to be like Tyler, you can always submit a donation deck to theepicstorm.com. You go to theepicstorm.com/donation decks, pick your tier, and sign up. All you have to do is attach that TXT file, hit submit. Pretty easy. You're also welcome to go directly to theepicstorm.com/shop and show your support that way. Just a friendly reminder. Well, let's go over the deck list. So, one of the things about Tyler running Esper is that Tyler has access to Path to Exile. The one thing that Mill is weak against is creature strategies, because Mill traditionally only has Drawn in the Lock to interact with them. Well, Tyler has Path to Exile, which seems a little bit weird until you think about it. Path to Exile is just another Field of Ruin effect which turns on Archive Trap, so there's actually some built-in synergy while slowing down your opponents, and I do like that. That actually is pretty brilliant in my opinion, because Field of Ruin can be a little clunky. 3 mana to activate, you have to give up your whole turn, you don't get to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I don't know, the paths actually, I'm a big fan of these. They seem worth it to me. And then you have your standard 8 crabs, you know, crabs with fetch lands. It's just makes a lot of sense. Visions is pretty stock at this point. You know, draw, it's Ancestral Recall in this deck. Like, why wouldn't you play 4 Ancestral Recalls, right? Main deck Surgicals, I mean, we're a mill deck. Sometimes you mill your opponent's Past in Flames or your opponent's Dredge stuff. I think that you need to be playing these effects. You could run like a main deck Kaya's Guile or something, but Surgical is probably just the best card. Mesmeric Orb is a card I'm not as high on. I'm not a big fan of this card in general. I think that maybe this should be the 4th copy of Drawn in the Lock, and then 2 of something else. I just don't know if the deck needs this anymore, but I could be wrong. That's entirely possible. Yeah, so let's just move on. Drawn in the Lock, I mean, the deck needs some sort of interaction other than Path probably, and this does that. And then these are our heavy hitters. Glimpse is a classic, been around since Ravnica. Mills 10, Tasha's Hideous Laughter we've already gone over, and then Archive Trap. Your opponent has to search their library for it to trigger, which is why we discussed Path to Exile, then they mill 13. One of the benefits of playing white in the board is that you get these Haymaker cards. Rest in Peace, Stony Silence. Rest in Peace can come in a variety of matchups, not just graveyard-centric matchups, and part of that is if your opponent is playing Endurance, Rest in Peace shuts that off, which is just really nice. Yeah, and then obviously if they're playing something like Dredge or something, you just have a Lights Out Haymaker. Stony Silence, all those Hell's Kitchen decks that are really popular right now, Stony Silence crushes those. Affinity's not really in the metagame, but Stony Silence is still very good against those kitchen decks. Timely Reinforcements is a blitz, burn, all that good stuff. Jace's Phantasm is sort of a spicy one. I have my foil copies from when this card was originally printed, and I thought it was going to be bananas in like a Delver shell. Mono Blue Delver. Yeah, Brent Cook of like 2010 was not correct. That said, seems like he could be a decent backup plan here. I'll be honest, I'm not sure when I'm supposed to board in Jace's Phantasm. I don't know when you switch to the beatdown plan. I guess I'll find out maybe mid-league. And then we have our copies of Fatal Push to help assist Path against the aggro decks. Our companion Luris, and then Kaya's Guile. Kaya's Guile is just super versatile, can come in a lot of matchups. but mostly I think that we're looking at the Graveyard Exile clause in Kaya's Guile. That's at least my opinion here. So hopefully you enjoyed this short deck tech on Esper Mill. Thanks again, Tyler. You're the real MVP. And if you're like Tyler and you want to show your support, subscribe. And if you're not already subscribed, like and comment. Or if you're already subscribed, talking's difficult. Please bear with me. But yeah, you can always like and comment. That's a great way of showing your support. And if you want to take it to that extra step, there's a new join button right next to the subscribe button. You can become a member of this channel. You unlock sweet badges and emotes. And then with our second tier, you become a Stormtrooper, where you get a donation deck 50% off every single month. But on top of that, I will make you 2 Cyborg guides every single month. That's just really good value. You submit your decks to me, and I will help you create a Cyborg guide for those matchups. And then for our final tier, the Combo Cabal, you get everything from those 2 previous tiers, but you also get a free donation deck every single month. I mean, I'm trying to make these worthwhile for you. If you have any ideas or suggestions, feel free to let me know. But those are our current membership tiers, and I think there's a lot of good value packed into those. All right, so that's my spiel. That's what I have to say. Hopefully you enjoyed this video today. I'm ready to mill some fools out. I'll see you in match number 1. All right, round number 1, and we will start off by revealing our companion, our cat friend Lurrus of the Dream Den. And it is a Lurrus Mirror. How crazy is that? So this is a little bit awkward. We've opened up double crab, but only a single land. We're on the draw, so we have a few opportunities to hit, but I think we're probably supposed to ship this just because like Drown in the Loch, Surgical, and Tasha's don't really do much. It's just like if you don't draw a fetch land immediately, this hand is just not very good. Feel the Rune looks awkward here. I think we're supposed to bottom a Surgical and keep this. Keep the 1 Surgical in the deck that isn't mine, the new Phyrexia Surgical. Alright, Mishra's Bauble. Bloodstained Mire from the opponent here. Maybe Jund Shadow. Alright, and they're gonna Inquisition. Let's see what they take. Mesmeric Orb or Glimpse. Be interesting to see. I think if they have like Abrupt Decay or Trophy, they're supposed to take Orb. Or take Glimpse, and if they don't, yeah. So they don't have either of those effects in their hand. Okay, I don't mind the Delta draw. No need to Surgical or Random Inquisition here. Robert, our friend. Okay. Let's just go get Watery Grave. Delta. Okay, we're just going to cast Glimpse here. I'm going to hold this Visions until I can get to 20, I think. You could have like fired off on the end step there. I just don't think that's worthwhile. Okay. 13 cards in the opponent's bin. Angrath's Rampage. Wow. That's a spicy card. Renin 6. Am I supposed to remove the Mires here? I don't know if this is right or not. And they had a fetch lane in hand. I fell for it. Okay. Now I'm 2 more cards away from Visions of Beyond. Alright, we're gonna fall to 14. That was a good draw. I don't know if I'm supposed to get a White Source here or not. I'm guessing no, just because I have to shock myself going to 11 and then like the Bolt in their hand and Ren start to race me. We're just gonna do that. Okay, well we hit the White Source anyway. And now we have this Tasha's Hideous Laughter. So this could actually do some damage on our turn. And Bob's helping us out a little bit. An extra card here or there. Love it. Alright, so this will be my first time casting Tasha's Hideous Laughter, I believe. Don't make me a liar, Bruno. Alright, and they put Lurrus to their hand. Incoming Tasha's! Ooh, Glimpse was a good one. I think I'm going to start off on Tasha's. How many cards? They have 2 cards left in their deck. I am going to allow Bob to flip. And our opponent is laughing at us for playing Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Well, I'll have the last laugh, Bruno. Because you're decked. Get decked. That's what I have to say. Alright, so hypothetically, our opponent has a Bolt here. And they can minus run, so that's 4 damage, 6 damage. They would need 5 more damage this turn. And they use 2 mana on Dauthi Voidwalker. So I think we're going to get game number 1 here. Esper Mill with Tasha's. That Tasha's milled 23 cards. Well, that's a lot better than 14, at least for the first time we've cast it. Love it. Love it. Okay, loved the laughter. Live, love, laugh, right? I don't think we want Jace's Phantasm. Kai's Guile seems pretty good here. Like, I don't love Orb just because, like, the trophy decay effects, but maybe I'm wrong. And this doesn't really seem like a good surgical matchup, so maybe we board and push there. We still have 3 cards. I could board in Timely. Blockers, some gain life. And then, like, maybe board in... Or do I keep in the orbs? This might be better. I do like that Timely, like, stops Ragavan and Robert. Good old Bobby. Alright, let's try this. I'm a little concerned with the mana curve being too high on 3s, but I don't know. All those cards seem great here. Alright, let's reveal our cat friend once again. Okay. Hand seems great. Keep. Alright, not a fetch land. Monkey. Yep. Draw. Glimpse. Lovely. Our hand's actually pretty good. We do need another blue source for this Tasha's, and having Goblin Shrine Swamp is a little bit awkward. I did make one adjustment to Tyler's mana base, which was Tyler had 2 basic swamps. I converted one of those into an island. I felt like that was too many black sources in our decks trying to support Tasha's Hideous Laughter. So hopefully we draw into an island. I wonder what the opponent's going to take here. All of these cards are really good. Can't believe Tasha's Hideous Laughter milled 23 cards. That's nuts. Like almost half your opponent's deck. Alright, they chose Timely. That's interesting. Okay. They hit our Watery Grave. Oh, Bruno, that was not very nice of you. Not very nice of you at all. And there's a Goyf. Alright, we hit the blue source. I don't want to show our opponent what we drew, so I think I'm just going to cast Glimpse. Okay. And due to Archive Trap, I'm not allowed to F6. Taking 7 here, going to 11. Jeez. Could be dead very quickly. I would have liked that path. Lurrus, okay. Am I supposed to play Kai's Guile or Tasha's? So they can put me to 4. But if I mill something... Oh, well, Tasha's Hideous Laughter is actually Exile. I could Kai's Guile, though. I can make them sack a creature and make a blocker. I just don't know if that's any better. I think I'm supposed to Tasha's. 17 cards? Okay. Well, they definitely aren't going to use their fetch here because I most likely have the win if they do. We're gonna fall to 4 life. Crab. Well, can Tasha's do 22 here? That's the question. That's a cat. Okay, Kintasha's milled 22 cards. So if I wanted to, I could get risky. Well, I can't here. But like if this was a blue source, I could crab into Tasha's. 22? 22! Yes! Get out of here! Wow! Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Hell yeah. Hell yeah! Get out of here, Bruno. That was sweet. Laugh at my laughter. How dare you? We're 1-0 in this league. Esper Mill's looking pretty good right now. Don't go anywhere. I'm excited to cast this card more. Welcome back to round number 2. We're about to reveal Lurrus, and our opponent's name is Cheesy. I hope we get to cheese them, if I'm being honest. And I'm definitely going to keep this. Alright, Cheesy. This hand's so much better on the play just because, like, Crab is unlikely to be answered into Orb. Or here, our opponent might have enough time to rip things apart for us. Alright, so they're on Hate Bears most likely. So it could be a problem if they have, what is it called? Leonin Arbiter with all of our fetch lands, but we'll see. Saga, that's spicy. Oh, they're just on, yeah, that's bad news bears. I'm gonna take it. Jeez. Am I supposed to go to 6? Hallowed Fountain. I think I'm supposed to just path. Well, Tasha's Hideous Laughter would be, well, path was just really good here. Tasha's Hideous Laughter is going to be insane against this deck if we can resolve it. Just throwing that out there. Their converted mana cost in this deck is just super low. Ink Moth, okay. So the problem is they can get another hammer and then attach it to the Ink Moth next turn. So a little concerned about that. Okay, maybe we're supposed to just try to mill hammer. Go to 2. Oh, I can't surgical. Well, we milled hammer. Well, I could surgical right now for mana. What, do they have any other good targets? Shadow Spear? Yeah, Shadow Spear is actually going to kill me. Oh no, I guess it's not infect. So that won't kill me. Okay. We're not dead yet. Oh, I guess the construct might kill me. Forgot about that. I guess if I chump block and then draw exactly Tasha's Hideous Laughter, I stand a shot. Oh, it gets trample. So it's gonna be a 5/5. Yeah, I'm dead. That's a bummer. The shocks killed me this game. Oh, pure steel. Yeah, I lost this game several ways. Okay, we didn't get that one. Fatal Push seems great here. I don't love surgical in this sort of matchup, so we can board that out. Is Stony Silence even good? Probably not. Skyile is additional removal, the whole sack your creature thing, so I like that. Weirdly enough, we could board in Jace's Phantasm as a blocker. Just throwing that out there. 5/5 blocker in the air. We're at 60 right now. I think that this is probably fine. Let's just try this. I also think that if we were on the play that game, things would have been pretty different. But unfortunately, we were on the draw. Alright, let's do it. Real Lurrus. Yes. That means, this hand means that I get to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter against them, and that's what I'm all about. We also have Path. Like, this hand's just great. I guess the one friction in this deck is that Hideous Laughter doesn't play well with visions, but maybe that's fine. Okay, Memnite. So they're gonna go get Hammer. Kaya's Guile. And I'm just gonna pass. Second path if they try to make a giant creature. Question is, am I dead to this Ink Moth next turn? I guess I can hold up Kaya's Guile. Because Kaya's Guile could make them sacrifice Ink Moth. Is that better than Tasha's? I think I'm supposed to hold up Guile. Okay, so we're going to do... Each opponent sacks a creature, exile all cards from graveyard. Did I not do 2? I thought I got to pick 2. I don't know what happened there. I would have liked to... I must have misclicked somehow. And I feel like I messed that up because they shouldn't have got to shuffle that back in, so I messed that up twice. And now my opponent's talking trash in chat. Yep. Sure. Alright, 1-1. We're back for round number 3. Reveal Lurrus once again. Sure. Seems good to me. I'm just all about casting this Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Like, round 1 was so fun that I just want to keep on casting this card. I'm gonna path whatever. Okay, well, Dredge? I don't know how good Laughter is here. Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to be glimpsing them or not. I don't know the strategy in this matchup. I just don't know. Opponent revealed Wonder, that's wild. Maybe you're not supposed to cast Glimpse? I don't know. I just don't know. And their deck has a pretty high converted mana cost, so I don't even know how good Tasha's is. Alright, well they chose the Dredge. They're 1 red mana off of a Conflagrate for 7. And there's the red. And I don't have the trap to punish them. Alright, so they have flying creatures due to Wonder. Looks like they're gonna Conflagrate me here. Yeah. So it's looking a little bit grim at the moment. Maybe I'm not supposed to glimpse them. I just don't know. Opponent's taking a long time on this. Did they figure it out? Conflagrate for how many? There you go. Alright, so we're gonna fall to 6. And at least 5 with the Strand. So the nice thing about Tasha's is that it exiles the cards, so the remaining Creeping Chills will not murder us. So that exiled 13, so 1 less than the mill 14, but it's exiled, so is that worth it? I don't know. Ox of Agonis, sure. Okay. Ox is a little bit concerning, but they're down to 14, so if we could draw a Hideous Laughter, probably good for us. We can no, I can only path 1 of these. We don't have a basic planes to get with field, which is kind of an issue. I guess Amalgam would only put me to 1 next turn. Well, no, actually it's lethal because of the attack on Narcomoeba here. Come on, Doc. No! Why don't we have a basic planes, Tyler? Not having basic planes is actually going to cost me here. Bummer. That stunk. Alright, so I definitely want Rest in Peace. We want Kaya's Guile. Definitely keeping in Surgicals. Can probably get rid of the Mesmeric Orb. Maybe Side Out Drown? I don't think this is a timely matchup, especially when they have things like Wonder. I think I'm okay with trying this. I mean, this is one of those matchups where if you were a mill expert, you'd probably have a better idea on what to do. I think you're probably supposed to just cast the Glimpse. I'm not sure. Like, maybe you're supposed to just Tasha's and let them mill and then, like, glimpse them later. So that way you're not helping them start up. Like, that's a possibility. I just don't have enough experience with this archetype or matchup to really know. This is my first time playing mill in over a decade, so bear with me. Now would be a good time to remind you that you can open up the description down below and join our social media networks. 7 lovely channels for you to become a part of, but I would personally recommend the Discord. Lots of great combo conversation happening in there. Okay, game number 2 and we're on the play. Reveal Lurrus. This seems fine. I think. I don't know. Opponent taking a mulligan to 6. To 5. I wonder if they're like looking for a ley line of Sanctity, because I imagine our deck has a tough time with ley line. That said, Tasha's does get around ley line. Okay, they kept 4. Lead on the Swamp, because I can hardcast Surgical if need be. Okay, and they're just gonna pass. Okay. If we can not help them start, I mean, obviously that's ideal. Yeah, Tasha's being exiled is like pretty big here instead of just mill 14. Sacred Foundry, Grief. Yeah, you're gonna grief me. That stinks. They're down to 2 cards in hand. I mean, they're probably taking Surgical here. Oh, they chose the Hideous Laughter, okay. I am just gonna put Lurrus to my hand, I think. We have to get a black source here, so we should get Godless Shrine. And put our cat friend to our hand. Maybe we'll win via beatdown. Okay. Alright. Another Surge. Alright. Cat coming in. I think we might be able to win this game via beatdown. That would be sweet. I don't even know if I want to play this land. Like, our opponent's not doing anything. Okay, I can Surgical the Imp in response here. Okay. So they're going up to 4. Sure. I think I'm probably supposed to trap them here. And just like accept that I'm probably not going to win via beatdown. Because I can still, I should get to cast this for free. It's if an opponent, so Surgical doesn't trigger it. Never mind. Alright, we're just gonna do it. Narco's fine. I'm gonna save targets. And then auto yield. 14 cards. The Dredged Loam. That's interesting. Alright, I guess I'm Surgicaling Narco. I didn't want to do this. But it's like one of the few things that could allow our opponent to come back, I think. Like, I thought about Surgicaling the Narco last turn when it was milled, and then I decided to let it go. Because they didn't have anything recurring, but Prize Amalgam would come back now. So this is a loam returning 3 lands, yep. The old value engine cycle lands. So I can trap them here, and then visions. So we can get pretty close to decking them on our turn. Now, with that on the stack, I'll see if I can draw into another surgical. I couldn't. So that's going to happen. I mean, I think I'm supposed to just play the rest in peace. Because, like, I can't deck them this turn. And I realize I'm giving up info, but maybe that doesn't matter. So they would go to 3 cards in deck. Is there a card that I could surgical that would like be 3? I'd have to like really look at their deck to figure that out, I think. I don't feel like doing that. Well, I think there's like 2 prize. Actually, did I see a Prize Amalgam in their hand before? It's not going to show me. Alright, I'm just going to play the rest in peace. Alright, I didn't want to do that because now they know about it for the 3rd game. And I'm just going to resubmit here. That was a weird game. Friendly reminder, if you want to support this content, theepicstorm.com/shop. No better place to go to get your Storm swag. Baseball tees, pint glasses, pens, playmats, and so much more, including our mini token pack. The mini token pack is pretty sweet. For $12, you get 54 combo tokens, 20 Storm, 10 red, 10 black, 5 blue, 3 of the rest. And on the back, there's plenty of Goblin tokens for your copies of Empty the Wars. You get 54 Goblin tokens as well. And they're mini. They're half the size of a standard Magic the Gathering card. We are under 20 copies at this point. So if you want yours, get them while we still have them. We'll have a new mini token pack coming out after that that will be different. This is the first mini token pack. So if you want the original, this is what you want. Go there and get it. Okay, game number 3. Double Trap isn't very good. We have 1 land. I think I'm supposed to ship this. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep this or not. I think I'm supposed to cycle visions to see if I can hit a land. Or am I supposed to just like mulligan for Rest in Peace? I don't know. Come on, land. There we go. Step 1. That's fine. Well, those are gonna get surgicaled. Alright. Thrilling Discovery here. We knew about those 2, I believe. We definitely knew about the Ghoul. I think we knew about the Sea Vents as well. Now we can just get Watery Grave. Actually, should I get... I should probably get Galar Shrine. In case you draw like a Rest in Peace. I don't think I'm supposed to use the Glimpse. Because right now our opponent's like struggling to start up, so I help them. That's going to trigger the Ghoul. I think I should just surgical. Okay. So if our opponent wants, they can Conflagrate for 0 and then flash back the Conflagrate to get the Imp in the graveyard. Okay. I think I'm going to cycle Visions here. Crab was a bad draw. Alright, let's Tasha's. How many cards? 11. Not very good. I mean, it's still better than milling in this matchup, so I think that's fine. Hit 2 Narcos. 26 cards left in our opponent's deck. Alright, so Conflagrate. Are they like trying to race us with the Imp here? Is that the plan? So we're going to take 3 going to 11 and then they'll attack. Alright, so there's another Imp. Okay. Eat cards. So even if I glimpse them, I couldn't cast visions for 20. I think I'm just gonna pass, let them dredge. So this puts them down to 21. Another Conflagrate's kind of annoying, because now they can kill my crab. Am I supposed to kill this imp? So that they have a Stinkweed in hand, and then I think it's another Dredger. I'm gonna go to 10. Okay, well I was wrong on it being another Dredger. No, Narcomoeba. That means that the amalgams are gonna come back. They're going to 16. They can conflagrate. Ooh, they're choosing not to. So if I draw a fetch land, we actually have lethal. So I think I'm supposed to cycle visions. Alright, come on deck, fetch land. Regular land does it now? I don't know what to do here. I think I'm probably supposed to just like path the amalgam. So part of my fear is if I play crab, they can conflagrate for 4 on 2 turns if I just like brick on drawing lands. I don't know. Maybe this is wrong. But like they showed that they want to use conflagrate on me, so maybe I don't know. It doesn't look like they have a Dredger in the yard, so they're going to 15 cards now. So there's a line there where I could have pathed myself, but that only puts them to 2 cards in deck, and they could maybe, you know, kill me some sort of way. Like, is there really a big difference here? I don't think so. So they have 3 cards in hand, 1 conflagrate in the graveyard. They can kill 1 crab, or they can maybe... Are they going to cast Imp? I think they're playing Stinkweed Imp. Or they're trying to cast the Amalgam in hand and they can't because their mana doesn't work. Oh, they're casting Stinkweed. Okay. Come on, deck, give me a land. There we go. Auto yield. And I have to pick targets. The worst. Wrong crab. Alright, looks like Mill defeats Dredge. Boom. Alright, and we're 2-1. Look at that. I don't know how good Tasha's was in this matchup, but it was interesting because the Exile Clause, I mean, it did mill less than 14, but I think maybe the Exile Clause makes it worth it. Let me know what you think. I mean, I could be entirely wrong here. We still have 2 rounds left to play. Don't go anywhere. Okay, the 4th round. We're on the play. Let's do it. Seems great. Keep. Great hand. No possible way we could lose this game whatsoever. Always had it. Best deck in the format, something like that, right? Just pure confidence. That's what you're supposed to pretend you have. Alright, Hedron Crab. Dragon Rage, let's give them Delirium. Okay. Get that Gobbler Shrine. Just giving you Delirium. Alright. And now they are delirious. Okay. Being 3 here, going to 13. Sure. Alright, I like the land draw. Okay, so I think in their upkeep what I'm going to do is path. Because they don't get the extra land this way. Well, they have Counterspell, okay. Am I allowed to path you? No. Alright, so me trying to not give them an extra mana cost me. How dare you? Alright, and I can just skip through the rest of this. Looks like they've only revealed one Murktide. I could Surgical Murktide, because it looks like there's still 3 of those in their opponent's deck. Would have loved to have drawn Tasha's. I think I just get another island here. Yeah, let's remove Regent. Our opponent has some damage in hand. A little nervous about that. We're at 8, they have Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Yikes. They're going to 12 cards here. I don't know if we can race this, maybe. We're gonna have to draw something good on our turn in order to beat this. Okay. Something good. So they bolt us. Attack. Yeah, our opponent has lethal. We drew a land. So close. We go to 5. Yeah, we're dead. So close. 7 cards left in deck. We had nothing coming. Alright. Family Reinforcements is probably a card we want here. Likely want Fatal Push as well. Get rid of these Surgicals. Oh, I wanted the push. I don't know if this is a Kyle's Guile matchup or not. I certainly don't know how to cast it. The one time I've tried, I did the same mode twice, I think. Could like maybe shave a Tasha's Laughter because they do have Murktides. So maybe I go down on Tasha's Laughter. Because I don't know how that's how good it's going to be against the Murktide deck. Let's try this out. Alright, we will be on the play. This seems fine. I think I'm going to hold the crab for a turn because it's not like I'm going to use the mana on turn 2 for anything with this hand. So this way I at least get 1 trigger off the crab. Ragavan. Okay. I'm not going to block. Would you like a crab? No? So many channelers, jeez. Wow. This is going to be tough for me to win. Wow. Yeah. Jeez. Those are already all delirious. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to win this. Like, triple channeler on turn 2 is just insane. Okay, now we can archive trap them. Trap them. Ancestral. Trap them. Okay. Can we live for 2 turns? I don't know. So they have to kill me right now. I can't believe we're actually possibly going to win this. Our opponent said Trap Storm. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Trap just did work. Good, what's the word I'm looking for here? Sportsmanship from our opponent. Wow, I can't believe we won that. Our opponent had a nut start too. Yeah, I'm just gonna resubmit this. Got a little bit lucky with that 3rd trap off of the visions. Alright, reveal Lurrus. I wonder how often Lurrus actually gets used in this deck. I mean, we did cast it once. Once again, this Flooded Strand does not get basic planes, but maybe that's fine. I think we... maybe I do it in their upkeep. Yeah, that's probably the right play. Like, we did see a fluster, but I think not giving our opponent the mana is just worth the risk. They're thinking on this. I think they have the fluster. Yep. Grab. Ooh, they missed their land. I think Orb is what I want here. Okay, I'm fine with milling those, I think. I mean, they could cast Guile here. I don't know how good this actually is for them. I think I'm going to try to push on their turn. Another fluster. Jeez. Not very polite. Okay, so I'm going to go to 8 this turn. Could be dead pretty quickly. And unfortunately, our mana is a little awkward right here. Because I'd like to be able to cast visions. Uh-oh. That's bad. And we're dead. Unless I draw exactly path off this. Yeah, they got us 2 and 2. That was a good match. The final match, round number 5, and we were on the play. Lurrus. Keep. Sounds great. I think I liked the main deck of this deck for the most part. I do think the mana base might want a little bit of work. I think all the cards themselves were pretty strong. Orb was better than I thought it would be, but I still think that maybe the mana base could use some slight adjusting. Like at least one of each basic. Not being able to get white was a little awkward once. I don't know. Not an expert, but I do think that maybe just a little bit of adjustment. Okay. Hardened Scales. So we're gonna want to, like, one, Tasha's gonna be insane here, but we're gonna need to draw a third land. And I purposely got the Shrine here because Path turns on Trap. Oh, I really want to be able to Tasha's Laughter them. It's gonna mill like 40 cards. Yep. Do I risk dying right here to Tasha's Laughter them? I think the answer is yes. 29, easy peasy for my friend Tasha. Boom! Turn 3. Tasha's Laughter, get out of here. Just go home. You got laughtered. Go! Oh, so awesome. Love it. Stony Silence is definitely coming in. I think we probably want Fatal Push. And then just board out these Surgicals. You could board in Timely, I guess. I feel like I'm playing with an 11-card sideboard just because I don't know what these Jace's Phantasms are for. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. But yeah, love Tasha's Laughter. Definitely my favorite thing about this deck. I would not be playing the Mill 14. Tasha's Laughter is just like a blast. Can't recommend this card anymore. Super sweet. That and like when Tyler submitted this deck list, and my immediate thought was like, well, blue black mill is like the standard. I don't know how good these white cards are going to be. I was wrong. Path has really overperformed my expectations this league. Yeah, like the white definitely seems worthwhile. Maybe if I was smarter and knew how to use Kaya's Guile, we wouldn't have died immediately against the Hammer Time deck, but it is what it is. I definitely misplayed there, and now we're just gonna try to win this 5th match and get that Pity Chest. This hand seems great. I would like to Tasha's Laughter for their entire deck again. Let's go. Alright, so Fountain for Path on turn 1. Turn 2, we're going to get Watery Grave. I guess I can just play Strand. little weird that they didn't play one drop. Okay. Sure. We're going to take a bunch of damage here. We're going to go to 16 because I don't think they're going to allow me to path. And then we can fetch for Island on turn 2 and cast Glimpse. Ooh. Am I supposed to play the orb then? Maybe. But I think it takes away from our sweet turn 3 potential. I'm going big. I'm just going to play the mill 10 because I think we might be able to get a turn 3 with this Hideous Laughter. 40 cards? Can Tasha's Hideous Laughter mill 40? I think it's possible. I'm not even joking. Alright, here's our one chance for true glory. Are you going to seize it? Or die taking Moth Nexus? Tasha's Hideous Laughter? Let's go! Ah, 25. What did they board in that Dismember? I guess it is a 3 mana. Ah. Okay. Sort of a bummer. Okay, so they're gonna search and then go down to 13 cards. So a fetch land won't win this because a fetch land would only mill 12. I guess a fetch land would win because then we could also play the Mesmeric Orb. So that's not true. Interesting that they're making another construct here. All right, so let's say they attack with these 3. So that would be 5 permanents, so 5-11. We're too short on just okay, well now we're not too short. Now we're, oh no, they couldn't attack with that, so it's still 5. Path to Exile. What does that do? Okay. Alright, 7. I could like try to play Orb. Because I have to chump. So I think maybe I just play Orb. Because if I like leave up Path for Egmoth, like it's just not a winning line. Because I have to block these constructs. And now they're going to mill 5, going down to 2 cards. Did Dismember win our opponent the game? Ah! Okay. We can still chump 1? Oh, they double Dismember in hand. Wow. Okay. So they got game 2. They have 3 Dismembers in their deck. Okay. That's good info to have. So now I'm going to take a little bit more of a conservative line. Like, I was a little aggressive in game 2 here, thinking that Tasha's Laughter was just going to mill them for infinite. But I think I could have played it more conservatively there and then, like, you know, not lost. But I was going for the big laugh. I didn't get it. Is what it is. Let's just focus on winning game 3. It's just so enticing to cast Laughter. Is this a keep? I think so. Alright, lead off on the Delta and pass. Turn 1 Inkmoth. Yep. I think I would actually like to draw hand, land number 3 with this hand. Because if we're casting Glimpse, I'm not holding up removal, which is kind of an issue. Okay. Glimpse. Milled 1 Dismember. Yeah, land number 3 off the top would be very, very welcome. And there's Hardened Scales. I I think they must have miscast that. Great draw. Okay, they now have 21 cards in graveyard, so this Vision's next turn can be cast for Ancestral. Also, like, Hangerback is XX, so, like, maybe they just didn't realize how it works. And I'm actually going to use Push here in not Path, because they can choose not to search and then I can't turn on the Archive Trap. So I think Push is just better here. I don't know if this is going to get the counters. I guess we'll find out. It did. Okay. Field of Ruin is good. Now I can trap them as well. 16 cards left in deck. We've milled 2 Dismember. I'm just going to cast this. In case I draw into another trap. Okay. Obviously, triple land wasn't ideal, but we did hit another Visions, which is fine. Quit playing that card. Yeah, it's okay. So it says whenever we leave the battlefield. That's why I got the counters the first time. So they're going to have a giant Arcbound Worker on their end step. I don't know how big this gets with the Hardened Scales. I don't know how these trigger. So this thing could be like a 20/20. I don't know. All right, so it's an 11/11. You would like this Visions to draw into something with text on it. And Grab technically has text on it. All right, let's go to 18. If they kill me from 18 with 1 card in hand, tip of the cap. Alright, so they're going to mill 4 here with 4 cards left in deck. And then we can probably safely chump block. Because... Okay, well, they milled the Dismember, so they probably don't have 4 Dismember in their deck. Arcbound Worker is fine. They have 1 card. If it's a removal spell, this might be good enough. I'm pretty free to block here. I can always play Lurrus next turn and not die that way, because their opponent's guaranteed to mill 3. I guess they could sack the Arcbound Worker. Okay, so they're not guaranteed. They're guaranteed to mill 2. Yep. And that should do it. I think Orb is just a better play than Lurrus here. Lurrus can finish the league in my hand, where our best friend belongs. So they can sack Worker. They still have 2 lands to untap, so they're going to mill 4. But if their bottom card was like an Emrakul, oh, that is a huge Ravager. You got it. Ah, but it wasn't. And instead we're getting this sweet Pity Chest. Nice. Let's look at the deck list again. I think Tyler was onto something adding white into this deck. Like, Rest in Peace and Stony Silence are obviously very good. We never drew Stony Silence, but the Rips was amazing. Kyle's Gal was fine. It's better than Crypt Incursion, in my opinion. It gives you a little more flexibility. I didn't know how good Timely was. It seemed like it might not have been good enough for the Blitz matchup. Or, it actually wasn't Blitz. It was just like Blue-Red Tempo. But it just seemed like it might have been too slow. It's tough. I think in the main deck, like I said, the only thing I would change is the mana base. I think you probably want a Basic Plains in there. But I could be wrong. Like maybe you can get away without Fields or like one less island. I'm not sure. My only concern is like not hitting blue for Hideous Laughter. That can be a little bit tough. Let me know your thoughts. This deck was super sweet. I would definitely play this deck again. Thanks again, Tyler. Hopefully you enjoyed Esper Mill. Take care. And I know this wasn't a Storm League, but keep storming. Hey, Brian Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.